Hello and welcome back to the GB Fantasy Football channel. In today's video, we're going to be recapping the Game Week 32 FPL week. We're seeing who's going to score the points, who has scored the points, and who, quite possibly, might have risen us up the ranks well and truly into the top 100k for the first time this season. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. Comment down below on how your game week has gone. Where have you moved to? Has it been a bad one or a good one? The swings this week have been quite brutal. Let's get on with the video. First and foremost, 97 points this game week. It was an absolute colossal week. It's risen us from about 120,000 to 75,000 in the world. Fantastic week. There's been a few massive point scorers for us that were differentials against the rest. Going for Eddie Howe, master stroke, master plan, or was it just pure luck? We'll talk about him a little later on. But starting up with the defence, David Raya, no clean sheet against Brentford. It was just a single for him as well. Milenkovic, a 94th minute clean sheet wipeout against Everton. Very brutal, but the Forest defence has been really good this season. Munoz, 2 games, -1. We'd have been better off with him not even turning up. It was a really, really, really poor week. Finally, Ezra Konsa, a clean sheet away to Southampton in a game where many thought it would be rotation risk, and he was, but thankfully for us, he started. A 3-0 win for Aston Villa, 7 points on the board. Fantastic score, especially with people like Gavardiel, who was on my bench, only scoring the single point this week. Midfield 4, Saka came into the team. Phil Foden, a no-show for Manchester City once again. Saka only picking up the 1 point coming off the bench. Jacob Murphy, what an absolute animal of a player he has been this week. Still 5 to 5.5 million depending on where you've purchased him. And if you haven't, you've probably missed the boat on that one. 19 points, an incredible haul for someone who is very much a differential, especially at my rank. Ismail Assar of Crystal Palace, 7 points across both the game weeks. Both games. You got the assist in the first game against Manchester City for Eze's goal. Not so good in the second fixture, picking up just the appearance points. And Mo Salah, a single game this week, whereas many had doubles, but still picking up points once again. The man is inevitable, and he's only adding on top of his score, which is already the best we've ever seen in a single season of FPL. Moving on to the attack. The good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to my front three. Marmouche, what an asset he's been since we brought him in. Got a fantastic goal against Crystal Palace, striker-like instincts. Man City are not short on them by any stretch of the imagination with Haaland up front. However, Marmouche has looked a fantastic signing. He has very much replaced Alvarez from last season, which is exactly what Manchester City needed. Alexander Isak, the man who many of you would have triple captained this week with a double game week, had a fantastic score of 11 points, a goal and an assist. However, it could have been so much more. Newcastle scoring 9 goals over the 2 fixtures and only 2 returns for Isak. It's good, but it could have been great. And finally, the ugly, Mateta, only 2 points over 2 games, hauled off before 60 minutes in both, not even picking up the bare necessity for points. Awful week. And for those of you who captained him and went out of the box, I'm sorry, but it's been a shocker. It's a shocker for me. He might stick around in my team, unfortunately. However, this week, a disaster class from him. And as mentioned earlier in the video, last but by definitely not means least, Eddie Howe, the assistant manager chip, played a blinder. Last week, it was the 11-pointer. This week, incredible once again. 13 points. A 5-0 victory over Crystal Palace. He might not have been on the touchline for Newcastle, currently in hospital with his illness. However, for us, incredible return. You can't ask for much more than that. The assistant manager chip for me so far has given me 30 plus points over 3 games. You just can't ask for more, especially without the bonus. However, Eddie Howe will be departing the team this week. As mentioned in an earlier video, Mikel Arteta will be his replacement transfer. The Ipswich and Crystal Palace game, can I get more than 20 points from him? Can the assistant managership earn me over that magical 50-point mark over 5 games? Fingers crossed. And that concludes the Game Week 32 roundup video for my Fantasy Premier League team. Hopefully, with the upcoming deadline this weekend, we can earn some more points. Can the assistant managership come up trumps for us once again? And with the free hit around the corner, how will our transfers play out? If you've liked today's video, please like and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to grow it. Hopefully you can help us out. Comment down below on how your team has gone. And don't forget to check out my socials, X, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. They're all in the description down below. Thank you for watching, and I will be seeing you with a new video very soon.